Kiss 92.5 Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, you watch MILF Manor yet? Shem?
Wow.
Bro, this show
Of course
is...
Shem watches.
This is...
So good.
This is like the craziest.
I haven't watched, but I see it trending.
So they took...
Like crazy.
They took like 8 MILFs, right? 8 women who are, you know, of a certain age,
Yes.
single, fit the profile, and then they bring them down to a Mexican villa to find love. And then their suitors show up, all the young men vying for the hearts of these MILFs. But it turns out that the young men on the show are all their sons, right?
Wow.
And
So savage.
okay, and so like it's 8 women and their sons, and these women are going after the sons of the other women, and then the sons are going after the moms of all the dudes that are there, right?
Here's a question.
Yeah.
When these two groups were selected to be on this show, right?
Yeah.
Let's say the sons, they obviously didn't know, right?
Right.
What the show fully was. Don't you think conversations would have happened between beforehand, like the mothers and the sons? Like,
While they're packing
hey,
luggage.
I'm going to be on this reality show. Oh my God. Yeah, so am I. It's going to be during the same time.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but like the first
Crazy.
episode is like watching reality TV from a very long time ago where it's very coached with what they're saying, right?
Okay.
So you know that they had to put this narrative together. So I don't know how much of it they knew, how much of it they didn't. Anyway, so a couple of the clips that I wanted to play for you is on night 1 they have to figure out who's going to basically get the 2 like fantasy suites. Like there's 2 big suites in this house.
On night 1?
Okay, on night 1, but it's going to be which mom and her son get to stay in the big suite, right? It's not like they're hooking up right away. This is night 1, and in order to figure out who was going to get that suite, they got the guys all in a line, shirtless, and then they took the moms and blindfolded the moms, and the moms had to feel the guys to identify which one was her son.
What show is this?
Okay, listen. So play this clip.
Oh, man.
The moms get a blindfold and they have to go up and touch all of the young men and figure out by touching their chests and abs and shoulders which one is their son. The 2 moms that figure out who their son is the quickest win the best suites in the whole house. So the competition is on.
I need you guys to help me find my son if you want to hang out with me tonight.
Oh my God.
Who wants to win?
You've never rubbed me up and down.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you don't know who's who, so it's gonna be a scary time.
I'm ready.
I just hope she doesn't go below the waist whenever she's groping these guys. Because
my
that
God.
would be out of line.
Okay.
Out of line.
This is so cringe right
Then-
now.
okay.
I feel uncomfortable,
Okay,
guys.
then there was another scene where the moms were all lying shirtless on massage tables.
No.
And they blindfolded the sons. And
No.
the sons had to massage the backs of these women without knowing what woman they were massaging.
Oh, my God. What?
So here, listen to this.
How good are you with your hands? It's time for the woman to touch in a 2-minute blind massage. Yes, harder.
I think I'm massaging my mom's back. Right there, baby. I kind of want to throw up a little bit. Please, no.
Oh, my God. This is so...
She's lying there going, right there, baby.
Are people enjoying the show?
I am. Yes,
So
they are.
much.
Okay, so hold on here. I got to play
Can
2
I
more.
just say,
yeah.
too?
Yeah.
the way these files are labeled.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay.
I'm just going to say.
Okay, now we're going to go to, okay.
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
It looks like Shem searches.
Okay. Yeah, one is called MILF Massage. One is called MILF Blindfolded. One is called, we're going to play MILF Feet right now, Mocha. So imagine for a second, you are in a room. So here is one of the sons talking about one of the women that he finds very attractive. But imagine being on a show where another guy is talking like this about your mom.
I'm a man of great taste. I like great things. I'm a very big feet person. Paula has these feet that I just want to like oil up and lather and just massage and get real warm and then paint her toenails maybe a color and like suck the acrylic off them toes.
Oh my God.
Shove in my mouth.
Okay, now we'll end with this one because there was this guy's mom. Her name is So Young. Fitting enough. Her name is So Young, and they did one segment on the show. This is MILF Manor, by the way. They did one segment on the show where they had to like reveal a secret. They all had to do some sort of anonymous secret, and then the sons were going to try and match up whose secret it was, whatever. This is one of the MILF moms, okay, admitting what her big secret was, talking to her son, and on television, she tells her son that she slept with his best friend.
Before the show?
Listen to this.
Okay, my secret is I slept with your best friend.
What?
There's no way. There's no way.
Did you know that?
No. Does it look like I knew that? This is something I never saw coming. I did not expect this at all. 0%.
Damn, bro.
I thought I knew my mom really well.
No.
I don't know what to think about it. Look, I don't need an explanation. I'm a little traumatized right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We thought Ryan was a savage. Yeah. We're all in shock.
Damn, Ryan.
Joey's best friends kind of have been with him since elementary school. That would be a boundary I would never cross.
Damn. What?
Why would you put that down?
I knew you're not gonna get it.
Okay, so say it.
So I put that down because I thought you're not gonna get it.
You over here smashing my friend.
Oh my God.
So young, like I'm so young.
Are we done?
That's the most savage thing I think anyone did.
You're over here
young.
smashing my friends. Anyway, that is Shem, is the greatest show you've ever seen.
Oh, I love it.
I figured.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, is Global Belly Laugh Day.
What does that mean?
Just get your laugh on.
Oh, I gotcha. Yes, like to actually like deep belly laugh as opposed to laugh at bellies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
You got me belly laughing right now. How's it going? Good one. Global Belly Laugh Day celebrates the wonderful gift of laughter. It's also a day to experience the positive effects of smiling and laughing.
All right.
So with that information, damn it, Maurie, hit the streets of Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
To go talk to tourists about Global Belly Laugh Day.
Roz, belly laughing is not referring to my belly and people laughing at it. What are you talking about? I am here at Niagara.
Do you want to set that
I already
up?
said it all. I already said it all.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I had no idea what he's going to say.
Roz, belly laughing is not referring to my belly and people laughing at it. What are you talking about? I am here at Niagara Falls talking to everyone about this festive occasion. What makes you belly laugh?
You know, dad jokes really get me.
What did one wall say to the other?
I don't know.
I'll meet you at the corner. Is that your best belly laugh?
That's all I got.
Okay, give me a better belly laugh. All right, let's go over here. Okay, hi, what's your name?
Maddie.
Okay, Maddie, what makes you belly laugh?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Do you know the song?
Wow.
He lives in a pineapple under the SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay, now belly laugh. All right, I noticed you're not from here. Where are you from?
Amsterdam.
Oh, do people in Amsterdam belly laugh?
Belly laugh?
Do you know what belly laughing is?
No, I don't.
Okay, we are celebrating today Belly Laugh Day, and a belly laugh is when you like something is so funny you laugh from the belly.
All right. That sounds amazing.
Okay, I need to try and get you to belly laugh.
Well, okay. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
Why?
It was too tired.
Oh my God. That was a really bad one.
Can you belly laugh for me? Can I try and get you to belly laugh?
You can try, sure.
What makes you belly laugh?
Like a Dutch comedian. It's pretty...
Are there funny people in Dutchland?
Dutchland.
I would say so, yeah.
I don't trust stairs. They're always up to something.
Okay, I don't know. It's not doing it for me.
We are celebrating Belly Laugh Day.
I'm failing, bro.
Look at that. I didn't even have to ask, and I got you to laugh. What makes you belly laugh?
Good jokes.
Is that my cue?
It is.
Okay, here we go. Okay, how do you make 7 even?
I don't know. How do you make 7 even?
You take away the S. Oh, I get it. I didn't even get it, and now I get it. I think you need to go deeper.
Wow.
Enjoying Niagara Falls and celebrating Belly Laugh Day. What makes you belly laugh?
Me? Cheesy dad jokes.
Wait, hold on. Do you know one?
How long is a shoe?
I don't know.
A foot.
Oh! Where is it that you're from?
Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, do people in Melbourne, Australia belly laugh?
I guess so, yeah.
What makes you belly laugh?
Dad jokes.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
How many?
Tentacles.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, but you see where you failed, right?
Well, why not?
We're celebrating Belly Laugh Day, and you did not give me a belly laugh.
Okay, I'll give you a belly laugh.
Your own laugh made you laugh.
Yeah, it did. No.
It's awesome. All right, well, I hope we made you laugh and enjoy this festive day.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
So if you want to celebrate, today is Global Belly Laugh Day.
Where are the Dutch from, More?
Okay, that's a good question.
Because in what we just played, you said Dutchland.
Dutchland.
Yeah, those who are Dutch
Yes.
are from,
Yes.
I would like to say,
Yes.
Switzerland.
Switzerland. That would be maybe not the Swiss?
Okay, so then those who are Dutch
Yes.
are from
Yeah.
Deutschland.
No, that would be Germany.
Oh. This is deep. Those who are Dutch.
Yeah?
I'm seeing them.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, what do they look like?
They wear the wooden shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And they are from Dutch. They are from Dutch. They are from.
Please don't say Jamaica.
No.
Oh my God.
Are they not from?
Yes.
See, I still want to say Switzerland.
They're not from a lot of places.
Yeah.
But they are from.
They're not from everywhere except for that one place.
Argentina.
Yes. No. Argentina. Jesus.
This is a tough one.
It shouldn't be.
Dutch.
Yes.
Dutch.
Yes.
Okay. I am
Yes.
going to go with
Yes.
Switzerland is still coming into my mind.
Coming out of my Switzerland's coming out of my mind, guys. Coming out of my mind.
You can see it leaking on the side.
What about? Would you be surprised if I said the Netherlands?
Yes.
Holland, the Netherlands used to be.
Because those are Hollish.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, happy Belly Laugh.
Yes.
Global Belly Laugh
Yes.
Day, everybody.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Got to play you this, which is I don't even know where this is from or who leaked it, but this is somebody on with a customer service representative. And I don't know what got the conversation to this point. But you know the sort of trope of like, let me speak to the manager, like the Karen being a Karen.
Yeah.
This is like that, but to the extreme.
Get me through to a supervisor now! Record the out of this call and get me to a supervisor now!
Oh my
Do it!
Ma'am, there isn't any reason for me to... Ma'am.
Get me through to a supervisor, you little No, there's your personal foul language! I said supervisor now!
Holy...
Okay, ma'am. All right.
Now!
Okay.
Now!
Okay, give me...
Now! Don't say another word to me! Now!
I'm going to put you on hold, ma'am.
Wow.
She went like
Also, props to
demon.
the customer service rep for like keeping her cool.
Right? She went full demon.
Yeah.
That's like, Jesus. What happened? Probably nothing. You know what I mean?
Angry? Yeah.
Probably nothing. I don't know. It's a good question, Maurie. I don't think I've ever been that angry before.
I said supervisor, no!
Like, that's next level
Bro.
angry. I bet you try to cancel a subscription.
You ever been that angry at somebody?
No, never.
No, I've never, and I've wanted a lot of things in life. I've never wanted anything as much as that woman wants a supervisor.
I said supervisor, no!
Yo, with a capital now. Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
I've never.
I really want to know what it is.
I think it was like some internet company or like some service provider or something like that. Like, I'm pretty sure that it was just
like how you need to change the package.
something about your something about her package or her bill or her whatever, her service or.
I said supervisor, no!
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Is Fartgate still trending?
What?
Check. Did you see this?
No.
I guess the other night at
I didn't smell it either.
at the Vancouver Tampa Bay game.
Yeah.
It sounded like somebody. You know, there's so many examples of people farting on live television. But this one is unique because it's acknowledged.
Oh.
And it's incredible because it is so loud. Because these, like, when they're commentating on a hockey game, they sit far. Like, they're way up in the rafters, right? Yeah. And when you listen to this, so this is a clip from the Vancouver Tampa Bay game with John Shorthouse and John Garrett. Listen to this.
Now a neat play by Cole to get the puck to Killorn, and he backhands it down the ice. Is that you?
No, it wasn't.
Pedersen.
Okay. So here,
guys, come on.
Play it
You
again.
can't wait till like nobody's talking to do that.
I know.
Like, it's easier to pick up on the microphone.
Okay, let's play it again, Maurie, for me.
Killorn, and he backhands it down the ice.
Okay.
Could it have been a mic player?
So here's the interesting thing is though is that was on the Vancouver broadcast. But I was listening to the Tampa Bay broadcast, which is a whole different it's a whole different crew in a different part of the room. And you could hear the fart on their broadcast too. And what people were saying it was...
Like a distant fart?
No, it was as clear there as well. So what people were saying it was is that's the sound that goalie skates make when they stop too quickly.
That sounds like an excuse.
Play it again.
Killorn, and he backhands it down the ice.
That's
that's a fart.
Okay, no, I'm telling you what people are saying. They're saying that that's the sound that goalie skates make when they stop too quickly.
No, but where's the microphone then? How's the microphone picking it up that loud? From where they are compared to where the players are on the ice?
Because here's the thing is that the fart wasn't picked up on their mics. The fart was picked up on the mics that do the ice. So that's why it sounded so loud. So it's not like the fart was in the room with them. The fart, you don't believe you're not buying it?
No. Because we'd hear goalies move around so much, we'd hear that noise all the time. All the time. Yeah, no, that's a fart, man. That's a straight up NHL fart. Yeah, fart.
Okay.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know if you guys remember back in like November, this video went viral of this mom who couldn't say pumpkin pie. And it kept sounding like she was saying pancake pie. Do you guys remember this at all?
Pancake pie. What? Pancake pie! I want pancake pie!
Do you really think it's called pancake pie?
No, it's similar to pancake pie. Of course no, pancake is pancakes. It's the pancake, but no pancake!
What's it called?
Pancake pie. How many times I have to give me the number of the pancake pie? I want the telephone for the pancake pie. Whatever it is, pancake pie. Idiot.
Wow, she got it. She got it.
She couldn't say pumpkin pie because it sounded like pancake pie.
What's her? Do you know what her first language is? Is she Italian? Is she?
I don't even know.
Trying to guess that accent because that level of frustration is like, woof, that's high.
And then my favorite was this guy who was trying to say this word. Actually, he was recording his grandfather, his old Italian grandfather, trying to say.
All right, ready, set, go.
We gotta use this one drop of one star shusha.
No, ready, set, go.
We gotta use this one just shusha. I don't know. One just star shine.
What?
Yeah, one just shine. One just shishara. One just shushar. Shushar? One just sharir. No. Shari. One just shari. You know, almost this agony that drop like my name. Shut up. One steer. One just steer shire.
He still couldn't get it.
You didn't even say what it was, though. You do it.
Worcestershire.
What is it?
Worcestershire.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's how you spell it and how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Worcestershire.
Yeah.
Because there's another way to say it.
Yeah.
According to this one woman who said it in a way I had never heard of in my entire life.
Okay.
My mama asked me to get some Worcestershire sauce, and I'm just trying to figure out what kind do y'all buy because I don't buy this so I don't know what brand.
What
My mama asked me to get some Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire
sauce? Worcestershire sauce.
My mama asked me to get some Worcestershire sauce.
God, I love this stuff, man. And then this guy.
Worcestershire. Sauce.
My mama asked me to get some Worcestershire sauce.
Has there ever been a more confusing product that you've ever heard where nobody knows how to say it? Worcestershire.
What?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Worcestershire.
Is that how you say it?
I believe so.
Every letter is silent?
What's that?
Yeah,
every
all
letter
of that.
is silent?
And they're replaced with other letters that aren't in the word. Because of that old Italian guy,
Yeah.
I can't say the word
No.
any other way other than how he says it.
Right.
And because I've heard this woman say,
My mama asked me to get some Worcestershire sauce.
that's all in my mind.
From now on, it's Worcestershire.
Yes. Completely.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mary, are you there?
I am. Hello.
Hey, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. Roz, you are going to love this.
All right.
Here's what Mary texted into us. This is the situation. It's my girlfriend's birthday next week, and every year she has lasagna and a DQ ice cream cake.
Oh!
This is the first year we are on our own, and I'm on lasagna duty.
Oh, no.
She's a big fan of the show, and I thought it would be so cool to say this is Roz's lasagna recipe. I was hoping I could sweet talk Roz into giving me some tips and tricks, all things lasagna.
Sure, we can get into lasagna.
So where do you normally get your lasagna from? You normally make it or you get it from somewhere else?
This is the first year we moved out, so her mom usually makes it. And then we're 2 hours away, so we're not going to see her family. So I'm on lasagna duty.
You ever made a lasagna before?
No.
Easy peasy. Don't even worry about it. But there's a couple things you're going to have to know ahead of time.
Okay.
Right? I don't make a lasagna like a lot of people traditionally make lasagna.
Right.
Hold Shem, you've had my lasagna. I made Shem a lasagna for Christmas.
Roz's lasagna changed my life.
Did it really?
Let me tell you something. My first thought was to just eat it by myself. And I was like, no, I got to share with the family. Regretted it. I absolutely regretted sharing it with my family because I just wanted more. It is life changing.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. Maurie can attest to this.
And Maurie, I know. Maurie, I think it was last year, brought a slice for his dad for Christmas dinner to go with the turkey.
So, yeah, this lasagna got me through the holidays. And my dad actually asked if Roz made lasagna again this year. And I lied and said that he did not.
Oh, my God.
So that
Did you make a lasagna for Maurie this year as well?
I did, yeah.
So I kept the whole thing. Like Matthew had one square. I ate the rest my entire self.
Oh my God, it's so
Smart.
Okay, so here's how I don't do like a bunch of cheeses, and I don't do like a ricotta. I don't do any of that stuff in my lasagna. My lasagna, you just need to know how to do a couple of really key things. One, you got to be able to make like a really good sofrito. Okay. You know how to do that?
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Don't
So
even know what that is.
okay. So this is the base of your meat sauce, right? So onion, carrot, celery, garlic, olive oil, that kind of stuff. Put it in butter. Put it in a pot, and then you chop everything up into little small, tiny little pieces, and you just get all of that until it's mush.
Okay.
Brown your meat. Okay?
Shut up, Maurie.
I don't mean gray your meat. I mean brown your meat. Hot pan. Okay?
Okay.
So,
Hot pan.
yes, and more meat. You got to use more meat than you think you're going to need.
Shut up, Maurie.
Okay?
Shut up, Jim.
Okay, throw that into the sofrito. And when I say mushy, I mean mushy. Okay, like leave it there, cook it long and low, right? Long and low, and then throw the meat in there. I don't use like a jar of tomatoes. I take like a can and a half of tomato paste, mix all that up. You have to cook that at a heat, okay? So then you burn off like a lot of the nastiness of the flavor of the tomato paste. I don't use red wine. I will then use a little bit of white wine. Throw that in there, okay? Then I start adding beef stock.
Okay. Lots of steps, yeah.
Okay, so beef stock. And then you just keep doing this and cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking and cooking because you want that flavor to be beefy. That makes a great lasagna. Then you got to make a bechamel.
Do you know what a bechamel is?
No.
Okay, bechamel, super easy. It is, you can just get any recipe online. It's basically it's butter, flour, and milk, and then salt, pepper, and a tiny little bit of nutmeg. That's a bechamel. Nice and creamy, right? I don't use the big, thick, wavy lasagna noodles. I buy them in a pack where they're soft. And then the only cheese I use is freshly grated Parm. That's it. I don't use any mozzarella. I don't use any cheddar. I get a big brick of Parm and I grate the whole thing, and I basically have a bucket of Parmesan, and then you just layer. You mix the bechamel with the meat sauce on the bottom, and then you do noodles. And then you do bechamel, meat sauce, noodles, bechamel, meat sauce, noodles. And in between every layer, you're throwing handfuls of fresh Parm in there. On every layer. Every layer gets fresh Parm. If it seems like it's a lot of liquid, it's going to be because those noodles are going to suck up a lot of liquid, right? So, and then just fire as much Parm on top. Butter if you want to even, and then cook it covered in the oven for half the time. Take the cover off and the top will brown, and that's your lasagna.
Okay, how long on the oven are we talking?
I don't know, like 45 minutes total.
I don't know. You should know.
Yeah,
you give the girl the recipe.
Yeah,
man.
like 45 minutes total. Try that.
Okay.
Yeah, try that.
Okay.
Can we follow up with you, Mary, after your girlfriend has her birthday and eats a lasagna and find out how everything went?
Yeah, sure. I'll text back in. It's next week.
Hey, Mary, just out of curiosity, what kind of ice cream cake you get from DQ? You get like the Treats Pizza?
No, just like the standard cake, and then have a little nice message on it.
Oh, okay.
But the one with like the brownie and the fudge.
Oh, yeah. One of those blizzard cakes. Oh, so
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're making that sauce, just keep throwing butter in. Just like more butter than you think you're ever going to need.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Look,
are we talking like
Shub looks like he's about to pass out right now.
I'm like so sad. It's like an old love I'm hearing.
Can I make a confession?
Yes, Maury.
I have one small piece in the freezer for when I'm craving it, when I know that it's going to be like a long time from now.
Right.
And because you always say no to making it.
True.
So I saved like a tiny little piece.
You did save it.
Of course I did, just so you know.
I'm going to tell Matthew where it is.
And text him right now.
Yeah, I'm going to text him.
Check the back of the freezer.
Ruined my life.
Mary, all the best. Thank you so much for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hello, Connor. Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Doing good, Connor. Welcome. What's going on? Why are you reaching out today?
I have to write a letter to end my relationship with my grandmother, and I have no idea what to say.
Connor, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, fix my life. I ended my relationship with my grandmother years ago. She's crazy and borderline abusive to my brother and I when we were kids. However, I didn't tell her directly about this and just stopped talking to her. She doesn't believe my mom when she says I don't want to talk to her and thinks that my mom is keeping me from her on purpose. My mom asked me to write a letter to her to explain so my mom doesn't have to keep going through this. What the hell do I put in the letter? Why isn't your mother writing the letter?
Because my grandmother doesn't actually believe my mom when my mom says that I don't want to speak to my grandmother.
Well, that's tough.
How long has it been since you last spoke to your grandmother? Or like how long has it been since you, as you said in your letter to us, ended the relationship?
At least 5 or 6 years.
Okay. So how old are you now?
23.
23. And so your grandmother, you said, was borderline abusive to you and your brother. What does that mean?
It was on the verbal front, nothing ever physical, but yelling, screaming, being generally crazy at us throughout our childhoods. So especially if we were ever alone with her.
So what was the moment when you said, I need to never see this woman again?
There wasn't really a moment that I can remember. It kind of just happened, and I did it just sort of for my own mental health and sanity.
So did you tell your mother that you didn't want a relationship with your grandmother anymore, and your mother understood?
Yep.
And your mother understood why?
I think so.
Yeah, and your mom believes you, right?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Does your brother still have a relationship with your grandmother?
Yes, although he's not really super engaged in that relationship.
Okay, and your mom obviously still does?
Yep.
I think that this is on your mom. I think that you, as her kid, your mom's got to make it clear to her mom. Your mom is in the position of where she should keep you away from this sort of conflict. And I get you're grown and maybe you want to have this conversation yourself. I say write the letter if you want to write the letter, but if you don't want to write the letter, don't write it. If your mom has explained to her mom why her grandchild doesn't want to see her and she refuses to believe it, that's her problem.
Yeah, that's a fair point. However, I'm far away from home now. I've moved out.
No, it doesn't matter. You can still pick up the phone. You still talk to your mother, though, right? You still have a relationship with your mom?
Oh, absolutely.
If you are going to go down that road, I think, I don't know if you disagree or not, Roz, but I think you maybe need to give your mom some examples of instances that took place when she wasn't around, but it was you and your brother with your grandmother. Because I'm sure your grandmother is going to have questions. Well, what did I do? I thought I was great. I thought we had an awesome relationship or whatever. So your mom needs to come back at her mother with, well, here are examples of things that happen with Connor and his brother, and here's why he's made this decision.
Yeah, I definitely understand the point that you're making. I don't really feel it necessary to explain it to her, though. I just want to essentially write a letter saying I don't wish to have a relationship with you. Everything my mom is saying is true.
I don't think that you need to justify why you want to take yourself out of a situation that is damaging to you. I don't think that you need to be the one to explain why. I don't think you need to be the one who makes it a smooth transition. I don't think you need to be the one who has to justify it. I think that you can just remove yourself from any sort of abusive situation and walk away. And if somebody then comes back to you and says, I demand to know why, your answer to that should be, you should know why. And your grandmother does know why. She just refuses to believe it. And if your mom is telling your grandmother that he doesn't want to have a relationship with you, that's where it ends. There's no justification after that. Mm-hmm. She's going to have to, it's like I said, it's her problem. It's not your problem. It's your grandmother's problem.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, Holmes.
All right, Connor. All the best, man.
Have a good one.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Shotgun Wedding hits Prime Video tomorrow. Cannot wait for this. Jennifer Lopez, Josh Duhamel, Jennifer Coolidge, Lenny Kravitz.
Jesus.
J-Lo and Josh Duhamel getting married, destination wedding. They're on an island.
Mm-hmm.
And during the ceremony, bad guys show up and take everybody hostage.
It's a good movie.
Is it great?
I really enjoy
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I built my Saturday around this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really cannot wait for this movie.
Yeah, man.
It looks real funny. Josh Duhamel giving the Roz and Mocha show some time, talking to Dammit Maurie about the movie. Because when you watch the trailer, a lot of action happens.
Okay.
And a lot of action, like action movie style, with Jennifer Lopez and Josh Duhamel as they're trying to navigate what's going on during this hostage situation.
Would you agree that you may have done more action death-defying stunts in this movie than maybe Tom Cruise has done in an entire career combined for a guy in his late 40s? How did you do that?
Oh, wow. Damn.
Wow.
The difference is Tom Cruise actually does them. I had my stunt guy do it.
Really?
Well, I mean, I do what I can, but yeah, I think part of the beauty of this is that it is meant to be a big, over-the-top kind of action movie with some situations that just seem absolutely bonkers. But yeah, that was part of why I wanted to do this, and I love doing as many of the stunts as they'll let me do. It's part of the reason I got in the business is because you're making a movie, man. It's like you get to pretend like you're an action star.
I saw Josh Duhamel for Shotgun Wedding, which is on Prime Video tomorrow. And now this isn't the spoiler.
There was a time though when actors would never talk about a stunt double. You know
Oh,
that?
right. No, because
right?
they
You know what I
wanted you to
mean?
believe.
And now they're like, come on, we all know.
Yeah, I don't break my arm.
Yeah.
This isn't a spoiler because it's in the trailer.
Okay.
And featured heavily in the trailer that Lenny Kravitz, who's in the movie, plays J-Lo's ex.
Oh.
And he shows up to the wedding.
Yeah.
And he gets out of a helicopter when he lands on the island that they're at.
Yeah.
And he's why they have this shot, this slow-mo shot of him walking towards them, and his shirt is open, abs showing and everything. So this gets brought up with Josh Duhamel.
Lenny Kravitz plays J-Lo's ex in the movie, and he was invited to the wedding. What is your stance on having an ex at your wedding? Is that ever okay? And have you been at a wedding where an ex was there?
I think it depends on the relationship and how it ended before. I haven't had anybody, my ex wasn't at my wedding, but she would have been totally welcome because we do have a really good relationship. And her mom got divorced, got remarried, and her former husband was there. And they were like good friends. They hung out. He was at all the Christmases, all the Thanksgivings. So it just depends, I think, on the degree of angst.
I think in order to not be...
He's talking about Fergie, right?
Yeah. I think in order to not be fully gutted, finding out that your ex was previously with Lenny Kravitz, I think you have to be Jason Momoa. Like, I think that's the level of man you have to be, right? In order to handle that. I don't think any other man would be able to handle that.
And guess what? As the new guy,
yeah,
there is nothing you can do about it.
No, but you have to be Jason Momoa. There's no other way around it.
This is Dan Maurie talking to Josh Duhamel about the new movie Shotgun Wedding.
Your co-star Lenny Kravitz rang in 2023 by posting a photo of his bare ass on Instagram. I'm sure you saw this. Would you agree that it's unfair that a man in his late 50s with such a perfect ass has to show it off?
Are you asking to see mine right now? Because I got a pretty good one.
Oh.
Here we go.
There we go.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So he pulls his pants down.
Oh, no.
That's pretty good ass.
Now, was it full ass or was it just like part of a cheek?
Top moon.
Top moon.
Oh,
like
wow.
with like
when you somebody like plumber.
Like crack? You saw like crack?
No, like just above. No, he didn't show me crack.
Oh, dimple.
Dimple.
Okay. Okay. Well, listen.
I wasn't going to tell him. No, okay,
Right?
sure, we'll
Yeah,
clap, but
yeah.
Lenny's
What?
is still better.
Oh,
I can't do that to the man. He's giving us time to promote this movie.
Just said, like, you can't ask somebody to compete with
You
Lenny
also asked
Kravitz.
me to never lie.
It's not fair.
Jeez. Josh Duhamel, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Coolidge, Lenny
Alien
Kravitz,
Lenny Kravitz.
all-star in Shotgun Wedding
right.
on Prime Video tomorrow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Friday, baby. Made it. Maurie's in a good mood because it's payday today.
Yes, it is, and I'm going to a casino.
Yeah, Maury's going to a casino tonight. He's got to go.
What?
Yeah, he's got to go
For what?
for work, dude.
Excuse me?
So they shoot.
How do I not know about
Okay,
this?
so they shoot Canada's Got Talent at the casino in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
And Maury's going out there to interview all the judges and then I guess stay for a taping,
That
right?
you're going to say to audition.
Yeah, but they're keeping him there overnight because he has to stay for one of the tapings of the show.
Okay. Yeah.
And so he's got this big night planned at the casino, and I'm like, my God, it's Friday night. I mean, that would have been like really, really wonderful for you and Matthew to go right at night at the Falls for free. Right?
Sure.
Somebody's picking up the room tab. It's a quick drive. And I was like, more. I'm like, why is Matthew going with you? And what did you say?
I said, Matthew asked, and I'm like, no, you can't. No, it's not a good idea.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not a good idea?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm like, no,
I mean, I know why, but
I'm going for work purposes. You would just get in the way.
No. What did you tell me, Maurie? What did you tell me?
Oh, no.
Yeah, tell the truth.
No, I was
Tell
like,
the truth.
no. You shouldn't be. You're not allowed.
No. What did you tell me? Why you didn't want Matthew there with you?
Oh, the real reason?
Yes.
Oh, because I want to have a night to myself in a hotel.
Wow.
But he did give me a limit on my gambling.
So Maurie is now like, okay, I can't wait to go to a hotel, and I can't wait to just like check in and get a room service hamburger and all this stuff, and I can't wait to hit the slots. Maurie, what's your budget for slots tonight?
Matthew said I can do $40.
$40.
$40. That's 5
such
minutes.
A broke bitch.
That's 5 minutes.
And on payday.
On payday.
On payday, you're only allowed to spend $40. You broke ass bitch. Yeah.
Right? $40. And are you going to stick to that $40? No. How much are you going to spend realistically?
Realistically, like $200 maybe.
Whoa. Hey now.
Whoa. I don't know. Matthew's not going to be too happy about that, bro.
No, I'm a dead man.
No. So you want to spend the night alone.
Because what if I win?
You're not going to win.
Okay.
So you want to spend the night alone, right? Like
Absolutely.
you want to have a night to yourself. We just got through the holidays. There was a lot of like coupley time. You guys were locked in that cabin for a real long time together. As lovely as I'm sure that was.
Yeah.
It's still a lot of togetherness. So you've been looking forward to this night as like a night just for you, right?
Since like December.
You're crazy.
Maurie's like like a busy mom who needs a break from her family
Yes.
and like gets a hotel for a weekend.
You're like an Instagram mom.
Yeah.
Right? Which you understand them.
Yeah, completely. They deserve the break. They deserve what you're getting this weekend.
Maurie is in the house alone for 12 hours a day.
Not enough.
Not enough.
And he takes the dog out maybe once within that 12 hours. Right?
Not enough.
Yo, Instagram moms are hella mad at you right now.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, did you see this Usain Bolt story? This guy got scammed so hard. Fastest man in the world, by the way.
What happened?
So he's got all of his money tied up with an investment firm in Jamaica, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got $12.8 million in there, his retirement fund, as he's saying. And he went to check in on the money and discovered that only $12,000 is remaining in the account. So there's this huge investigation, obviously. Jamaica's Financial Services Commission have taken temporary authority over this investment firm to track down and see who's responsible for taking over $12 million of Usain Bolt's money.
So he started, there was 12 million and he's down to what? In the account?
12,000.
Yeah. They just went in and started grabbing zeros.
Yeah,
that's
completely. And I'm sure he has, people who are in charge of like checking in on that stuff. I mean, I guess it's the investment firm. Those are the people who are supposed to keep track as well. But you also need I guess at that level, you probably need like another money person to look after the money that you're already paying people to look after for.
Scams are getting so bloody sophisticated now. I was listening to something yesterday where people are selling other people's houses while they're out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened. Yes,
like
that happened.
I don't even know how that would happen, but they know when you're out of town, and they say this is the worst part too. They say that you're even at more of a risk if your house is paid off. because then there's
yeah,
no
of course.
there's no mortgage with a bank, so it's easier for them to sell it. But they find people who are out of town, and I guess I don't know, because you don't even have to do a showing for a house anymore,
It's
right?
virtual.
Like there's no more inspections, there's no more home tours. It's like you see a picture.
People are desperate, right?
You see a picture online, and but the scams these days are getting
That happened in my condo.
Somebody sold one.
A renter sold the condo to, I'm pretty sure I told you this, to 12 different families. And all these trucks showed up on a day.
Yes.
He was gone to Montreal. All these families.
Did they ever catch that guy?
I don't know, but I know that they were trying to find him.
That's right.
Oh no.
Probably using
But that's the
Usain
thing,
Bolt's
though,
money.
yeah, 12 million bucks. But that's the thing, though. Like when you're selling a home that obviously doesn't belong to you, and you know that the homeowners are away, is that what they're doing? They're just taking like a photo of the front of the house and then putting it up online saying this house is going for X amount of dollars.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there, I get, and unfortunately, there's people out there who would want to invest and take a risk without seeing what the property looks like or know what's like, behind the front door.
Scams have just gotten so good. Like we're so far past, somebody pretending to be Bruce Springsteen on Facebook and milking somebody out of $30,000 for, legal fees that they have to pay, because that used to happen all the time, right? And you're like, Bruce Springsteen is not talking to you on Facebook. like how dumb do you have to be? But this is like, oh, I see an ad for a condo.
Yeah,
on a real estate site. Like
looks legit. I'm in the market.
You would never think it was a scam.
Did you guys see? There was a woman on TikTok the other day who posted a DM conversation that she was having with. She knew it wasn't him, but the person that was talking to her assumed that she thought that he was who he said he was.
Right.
She thought she was talking to The Rock. And The Rock was asking about like relationship status, and she was like, I'm single. And then he was saying stuff like, I think you look great, we'd make a good match. And she was like, but you're married. And he's like, it's all good, do you want to get married? Like she was scamming the scammer. But like, again, it's one of these things where you just throw it out there and see who bites, right?
And that's what happens. And then The Rock goes, listen, I'm in the middle of divorce proceedings. All my money is tied up, because if I expose any of my financial details, my wife is going to take everything. So what I need from you is I need $30,000 so I can pay this lawyer. And as soon as I pay this lawyer, I'm done. And then it's me and you, baby. Project Rock. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
It's us forever.
It's
You
crazy.
get all of this.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
People are pissed at Gwyneth Paltrow again for making
Why?
a
What
salad.
happened?
Because she made a salad.
What?
Okay, so Gwyneth Paltrow, I don't know what she's selling. What the hell is this? It's called a G-Tox 7-Day Reset Kit, right? $195. And in the video, she makes a salmon salad, and she makes a salmon salad. It looks like a fine salad.
Looks delicious.
But it's what she says sort of near the end about it being like a detox thing. So here's Gwyneth making a salad. Love
I'm
Gwyneth
gonna
Paltrow.
prep my vegetables for my grilled salad. What's so nice about this reset is there's so much food in it, and it's all really nutrient dense. So I'm gonna put my veggies in here, coat them all with a little bit of olive oil, put my veggies on the grill. You can really just improvise with whatever's in your fridge. Okay, so I'm brushing my salmon with some olive oil.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it under the broiler so you get that fantastic crust. Nice little bed of romaine. And then when my salmon is done, I'm gonna put it on top. There you go. This is a very simple chive, maple,
Beautiful.
Dijon vinaigrette. It's so good. You would never know that this was a detox. Thank you so much for following along my Goop Detox Reset. I'm feeling really good. Check out the kit.
So people are going in on her because the whole movement of detoxing is really like it's a scam, basically, right? Like there are people who are selling these detox kits and detox teas and detox drinks and everything else, and the detox industry is not a legit industry, right? And
But that's just like what she made just sounds like a regular salmon salad.
And that's
like,
what everybody's
how is
because everybody is like, listen, what
How's
you
it a
made
detox?
was a good looking salad, but what you're selling is that it's some sort of detox, and you're selling this kit for whatever it is, $300, right? So that's the.
I need to understand where the detox is in that. It just sounds like a healthy meal.
Yeah. Well, listen, it looks like it's a beautiful looking salad. Like it's a it's a fine looking salad. But to call
Well,
it,
you didn't buy it, did you?
No,
That's why
I
you're
didn't
defending
buy
it?
it.
You
no,
can make that on your own for less.
but she's always like it's about this the sort of the detox culture that people are now coming out to really speak out against. One nutritionist commented, for the average person, your liver, lungs, kidneys, and skin are detoxing your body on a daily basis, and a well-rounded eating pattern in general is going to support all of those organs in doing what they need to do. They go on to say, none of the detox treatments have been shown to eliminate toxins in the body. In fact, they do nothing more than eliminate money from the customers. And then somebody went in and was going in on poor Gwyneth because she used farm salmon and not wild salmon, and like oh my God! But listen,
Can't do anything.
I buy farm salmon because I don't usually buy farm fish, but farm fish has more fat, right?
Oh, okay.
And fat tastes good. Like it's not that it's not.
But it's not detoxing.
No, please. But fat tastes good, right? So like that when they put those fish in those tubs, they get them all nice and fat, right? The farm fish tastes better. I like going wild. Don't get me wrong. I like going wild, but
Doesn't sound like it.
farm fish is fat.
Advocate's coming after you today, bro.
Give me that fat all day.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, if LeBron James isn't the greatest basketball player in history, he's about to be. Even though his Lakers lost to the Clippers last night, LeBron James became the first player in NBA history to score in a single season 40-plus points on every single team in the league.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's great.
It's amazing. Are you kidding me?
What was the record that there was some controversy going on with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar where LeBron was about to beat one of his records and then somebody else got involved because he was salty?
Well, the NBA's all-time leading scorer is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
38,387. LeBron James is 38,210. He is 178 points away from passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and they're saying it'll happen at some point next month.
Yeah. And I guess Kareem's salty about it because he thought that record was going to be there forever.
Most people did.
Right? Yeah.
So for LeBron to be that close is insane.
Yeah.
Insane. But he hasn't had a major injury, and he's had longevity. He's been in the year 20 plus years, injury-free. Yeah, pretty remarkable.
Jesus.
So when I said if he isn't the greatest of all time yet, and he's about to be, you made...
Well, how do you judge great? He's the highest scorer, but maybe not the greatest basketball player of all time.
That will forever be Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Forever.
Okay.
Don't even get me started, man.
All right. I
get really angry.
Yeah, but LeBron, though.
Who's a better basketball player, Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant?
Oh,
Michael
God.
Jordan. It's
Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan, but it's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the GOAT.
Absolutely.
Kobe. But MJ is the GOAT.
Did you just say no disrespect to the GOAT, but Kobe's not the GOAT?
Yeah. I feel bad talking ill about the dead. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron, though, come on, Chem. You can't say...
I'm going to say that LeBron has probably had a better individual career than Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan is the better basketball player and the GOAT. Absolutely.
Interesting. Who's done more with less?
Oh, man, don't do this to me.
Oh, LeBron.
Man.
I think LeBron.
Oh.
Absolutely LeBron.
Right? Like, look at these teams that he's
LeBron.
carried in his career.
Who's done more with less?
I don't want to answer this question.
Because you know it's LeBron James.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
But when you're LeBron James...
This is like having a public question about whose wife is prettier. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't want to answer that, man. I'm not... Don't drag me down into the fire. I'm not doing it.
But last night, even though the Lakers lost to the Clippers, like LeBron wouldn't talk about the fact that he now scored 40 plus on every single team in the league.
Yeah.
But you can't not ask him about getting close, 178 points away from passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record, all-time leading scorer.
Now that you've obviously closed to within 200 points of Kareem, he said back in the day when he coached you that overtaking that record was something that you even thought about back then. I'm curious, how long has this been something that you thought that you could do?
I never thought that I could catch Kareem and score, and it's never been something that was on my mind. As it gets closer and closer, I think I'll start to feel it more and more, but
his microphone was terrible.
I've got to this place by not even thinking about it or not even, being in that moment, just trying to play the game the right way. Just over the last few years, the last couple of years since we won the championship, just a lot of accomplishments been happening on a losing effort. So it's been very kind of difficult to kind of even digest some of my own accomplishments because I want to celebrate on losses.
Somebody just texted in, Shem, LeBron is making an argument to be the best. We can discuss this.
No, we cannot. No.
I knew Shem would be so heated.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to get something done. Like, I don't mind tipping. Like, I really don't. And I know, like, everybody's been talking about tipping lately. It's crazy. It's all over the place. And I don't mind. Like, I have no problem, right? Like, I just, it doesn't bother me. But I've found that you're being asked to tip now at places where, like, I had to go and get something printed the other day, right? And like I went into the printing like place to pick up my order and I went to pay with credit card and there was a tip prompt.
Oh, yeah, I just hit no.
Well, but I guess that means because you're tipping the person who hit print.
I know, but that has never
what?
been
No,
has
that's
never
part of
been
their
a tip
job.
business.
That's part of their job.
That has never been a tip business before, right?
Yeah.
Like never been a tip business. So I had to tip.
Oh, you did?
I had to. I had to.
I would have said no tip.
You would have, huh? Yeah.
That's brave to not to say no. I was feeling guilty.
No.
I feel so guilty. Thank you, Shem.
If I don't believe a tip is warranted, I will, without doubt, hit no tip.
Really, huh? Yeah.
That would ruin my day.
Yeah. What?
Why?
But it's brand new. Like
But
I've
now
used.
it's in my head. I'm always going to get a tip.
I've been to this place before, right?
Yeah.
And there was never. It's like it's like you go like when you go online or whatever, and then you're just like, hey, I order this, and then you go and pick it up, and like they've made the thing, right? Yeah, that's what it was. Like you just show up and they hand you a bag, and you pay with your credit card, and there was a tip prompt, and I was like, oh man, we're tipping on this now? Okay, cool, I guess.
Like if
that's
I
a new
go
world
to pick up food,
right?
And the tip
I get
prompt
food though, like I get
is there.
Yeah.
I always tip on that.
Sure, so do I. Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Food industry,
Of course.
you
Of
get my
course.
tips.
Of course,
But
because
how
they
is
don't
the
pay
food
them.
industry different than the person who printed and then puts it all in the thing for you?
Because
envelope?
the food industry notoriously makes their employees rely on tips, so they don't pay them a wage that is even remotely fair, and their income is reliant on customers tipping. Other industries where somebody does earn money, it is not based on that. They're not reliant on people's tipping. Tipping is just now the norm for everything.
You guys are worried about being tip shamed?
I've been tip shamed before.
I can see, like, you guys are pretty recognizable.
I've
People
been
run
tip
into you
shamed
guys.
before.
I would be scared.
Yeah, it was it happened years ago.
Yeah. Did they
and
actually
I was
say
and I was
something?
and I was tip shamed before.
What
Yeah,
happened?
somebody wrote about it on some blog.
What?
Yes,
It made it to the internet?
years ago.
It wasn't like the person didn't approach you?
No,
and say
years ago.
anything?
No, years
Did
ago.
you have to respond?
Well, no, but the problem was the way that it worked out, right, was I was at a bar, and the way that it worked out was the change that they gave me back, right, was like I had a toonie in my hand and like 2 quarters for a drink.
So $2.50.
Right? So I had I had $2.50.
Thanks for the quick math, Maury.
Right, thanks, more. I had $2.50 and I pocketed the toonie and left the 2 quarters.
Oh, no, cheap SOB.
No. Okay, hold on now.
Right.
Hold on now.
Let me guess, you were drunk.
No. Oh, yes. But okay, but this was also in like a dirty bar in about 2004.
Okay.
Okay.
But still, 50 cents is 50 cents.
Yeah.
Yo, I'd write about you on the blog.
Okay, no.
And the internet was new, so that guy had to figure out how to do it.
No, but I'm not. Okay, this wasn't a $12 drink. Okay, this was like a $4 draft. I'm not
But even
tipping $2. No, listen. If you want $1, give me back 2 loonies.
I
Don't
thought the
give me
minimum
back.
for bar is at least $1.
It is, but you give
know
me
what I
back a
would've done?
toonie.
If you gave me a toonie and then 2 quarters,
Yeah.
which is how much, Maury?
$2.25,
Wow.
$2.50.
Oh.
In that
Yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm leaving 50 cents, and I'm going to leave the $2.
Yeah, but maybe Roz wanted the toonie so that he could get another drink.
Thank you, Maury. I didn't have a lot of money then, right? That was like, that's half another beer.
Now I'm defending
Right?
Roz in this because then you have to go to the ATM, pay the service fee for that.
No, I just couldn't. Anyway, I got shamed and I had to go back. I went back to the bar.
Oh, did you?
I did. I for sure did.
And what happened?
I
What'd you say?
paid.
Yeah?
Yes.
You found the
yes.
server?
And I said yes. And I found the server because somebody I knew worked there.
Yeah.
Right. And they sent me the link to this blog where they were like, hey, they wrote about you because I just started doing a television show at the time. Right. And then they wrote about you. And then I went back and then she was like, hey, they come, they're like talking nasty about you. You got a bad rep at this bar. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because I was usually a great tipper.
Yeah.
And then I went back and I found the person and I was like, I apologize. And I was like, could you please pull down?
Did they pull it down?
Or update it? They never pulled it
Oh,
down.
no!
And they never.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. True crime podcasts are huge. I listen to a bunch, including one called Tracking a Killer Cold Case Files, which is on the Frequency Podcast Network. Season 1 is out right now. Season 2 just dropped. Hosts Phil Martino and Madison Fitzpatrick from City News take a closer look at some cold cases from across the country and see what they can uncover. Phil Martino and Madison Fitzpatrick, hello. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. Talking season 2 of Tracking a Killer, the Cold Case Files. Were you guys surprised at all by the great response that you got from season 1 after these stories that you told?
I don't think so, because a lot of people really enjoy true crime these days.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we knew that there was like a market for it, and we love it.
Yes.
So we weren't surprised. Were you surprised, Marissa?
No, I mean, I think it's great that people actually want to listen and want to know about the cold cases in the GTA and in Ontario, and not just, everything that you see on TV with, for example, like the Dahmer documentary and all that stuff. This stuff is happening here, and it's happening to real people.
Yeah.
And I think that's what interests people.
This to me seems like every now and then you come across these podcasts and you're like, at some point before podcasts existed, you guys would have just sat around having these conversations anyway, right? Now there's just a place for you to do it. And the fans are like-minded. Like, are you realizing that I had no idea the amount of people that would just casually listen to murder stuff, to mystery, to missing persons, like how interesting this was for people who on the outside don't appear to be the types of people who would be into this kind of thing. Was that the thing that blew you guys away with this genre of podcast, was how many people are so deeply invested in these stories?
For sure. I was at a dinner, and there was someone from my high school, very quiet guy.
Yeah.
And he leans over and he says, I think that guy killed his girlfriend.
Thank you. Yes.
And those are the conversations that you almost want to have, or you want people to have. I mean, in this case, it happened with you, right? Since season 1, have either of you had people reach out talking specifically about some of these stories that you told, saying, I think I might know what happened, or even reach out to the police saying, I think I may have an idea as to what happened here?
Yeah, well, one of our biggest cases was the Monica Chazar case, and we were working on that, and halfway through production, it was actually solved.
Oh.
And so that's incredible, and that to us makes it, our work is paying off.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is paying off.
I'm not going to say who it was, but someone contacted us and said, hey, can I get the detective's phone number or email, because I want to talk about what I think, who did it. So, so that kind of stuff happens to us. This random stuff happens to us.
We have, and I don't know, it seems to me like it's a very specific Canadian thing, which is when true crime is sort of put into under an entertainment umbrella in America, it's expected and everybody's like cool with that. But when this type of story happens in Canada, like everybody will sit around and watch Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix and the show will be number one. But the outrage in Canada when they would try to do something with, say, Paul Bernardo, right, is a much different vibe from Canadians. Do you feel that there is that sort of protection that you guys almost have to be extra careful with these stories because it is a bit of a different audience when it comes to sort of taking these stories and putting them under any kind of entertainment umbrella?
Well, I think a lot of the pushback that we have received is really from the victims' families.
It is,
sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, because these are cold cases, right? It's not like it's a case like the Honey and Barry Sherman case where that's basically, you know, relatively new. But we're dealing with cold cases, and some of the families just, you know, want it to move on. They want to move on. They want closure. They don't want to bring it up. But, you know, for people like us, we want answers and we want justice for these victims. And not that they don't want that either, but it's just, it's been so long for them and it's something tragic that's happened to their family and they just kind of want to move on after all this time. But yeah, it is very different, especially from Hollywood to now, you know, you're talking about real cases and real people.
What makes you guys say yes to a story and no to a story? Or a case, rather?
I guess, you know, there's so many things that make us say, hey, we want to do this case.
Yeah.
I like to do the older ones because they don't get enough attention and they're kind of like, no one thinks about them anymore. So that's why I like to do the older cases and where the victim was vulnerable, I think. Those are the ones I like.
And I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean like a case will come up and we're like, oh no, that case sucks.
Sure.
But there's no case that sucks, you know. We all want justice for all the victims. But it's basically, I guess, for a journalism point of view, is storytelling, right? Can we accurately tell that story? Do we have enough information to even make, you know, like a 30 to 40 minute episode and talk about it? Do we have enough people to talk to? Do we have enough detectives, victims, family members, things like that, enough to tell a story?
Do you get suggestions from fans right now as to what an episode should be? Like, hey, you need to look into, or I would like for you to look into this particular cold case that hasn't been solved?
We did have a suggestion for this season.
For season 2? Okay.
Yes, we did. Someone emailed us and said, hey, my friend was murdered in her apartment and no one knows who did it. Can you please retell this story? So that's one of the cases we're doing in season 2. Yeah.
Oh.
And the I remember, I guess I was around with the Nicole Morin story. I was probably around her age when she went missing. And I remember as a kid that she was the example that parents would use of why you needed to like walk with a friend or why you needed to, like, it's so like, these are almost like, you're almost too familiar with these stories, but it's stories like this where you're like, how the hell did that go cold? Right? Like
she vanished. She
vanished.
Vanished.
Yeah.
Vanished. Like, how does something like that, like when you start digging into these stories, like when you get to the end where they decided to end it, are you like, God, there was nothing more?
But I mean, especially that's a good example. When you think back then, that was what, 1985, right?
Yeah.
They didn't have the things they have now. Like now, like you can find something. There are cameras everywhere, your phone. So, I mean, I kind of understand why it might not have been solved back then.
It's almost frustrating, you know, not being able to go back as you're you know, researching this case, that you're not able to go back yourself and be like, oh well, let's get the drone up there. Oh wait, no, you know, like or let's look at surveillance video. Oh, they didn't have that. It can be very frustrating.
It's almost amazing that any case was solved that was a difficult case, right? It's like, you know, thank God for snitches.
But again, another thing we want to point out though, it's not like Hollywood. You know, when you watch a series, they have it solved in 1 hour.
I know.
That's what the detectives always tell us. I wish it was like Hollywood. It's not like that at all.
Yeah. Phil Martino, Madison Fitzpatrick, thank you so much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show, Tracking a Killer, Cold Case Files Seasons 1 and 2 on the Frequency Podcast Network. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Right on.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oftentimes when huge stars go on tour, they have what's called a rider, which is something they send ahead to the venue. And it's all the things that they need in order to do the show. And in the past, there's been some real wild demands. And years ago, when like these things started to come out, there was that famous one where there was like some rock band that wanted like a bowl of M&Ms, but all the green ones had to be removed or something like that. No, it was way before U2. And the reason they did those weird things was to just make sure that they read it.
Yeah.
Right? It was to just make sure, and so they didn't glance over everything and then start putting, their own
Just
spin
random
on
stuff.
things,
Sure.
substitutions and all this stuff, right? So Kevin Hart, like, he doesn't have a band. It's literally lights, a stage, a microphone, and a stool.
One single stool.
And Kevin Hart's stool that he uses for his stand-up shows is very particular. And it's not even like a fancy stool. Like, there's no hydraulics. There's nothing. It's a simple black wood stool. There's like a round top on it and 4 legs.
Like a bar stool.
That's just like a basic bar stool.
You see comedians use the stool all the time.
Sometimes
they just use it just to rest their bottle of water on.
It's a Winsome brand 29-inch square leg flat top stool. And this is the stool that Kevin Hart needs. No substitutions will be accepted. They even send through an Amazon link where they can buy it to all the venues ahead of time. I don't know why you don't travel. Just travel with a stool.
Where are you going to put it on the plane?
I don't know. You check it. Like, he doesn't have guys that can, like, he doesn't, like...
check the stool?
Like a stool guy?
I don't know. Like, people
And
go
then
on
what
tour, they
happens
bring
the
stuff
stool
with them.
After, like, it's up to the venue just to hang on to it?
Well, I don't think that the stool's
he's not-
expensive.
No, it's $52. I
Is
looked
it?
it up. Yeah.
There you go. Right?
If I order in the next 16 hours, I get it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a $52 stool, but you know that these people are like, okay, well, yeah, we'll just grab that stool. It's the same. But so he wants a specific stool because I guess it's the stool that he likes.
So I started looking up what else Mr. Hart needs before he shows up to a venue.
Oh, yeah. Is it specifics like food and stuff like
Yes,
that? What does it
I
mean?
have like his entire list, his entire rider. So it's broken down into drinks.
Yeah. Oh.
Non-alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
And then alcoholic drinks.
Okay.
And then hot food. And then salad. And then other foods and snacks. And then a list that simply reads very important. And the stool is under the list of very important.
What else is under the very important list?
Small bottle of Listerine mouthwash.
Ugh, yeah.
A package of floss sticks.
Yeah.
Travel size toothbrush and toothpaste.
Okay.
Vaseline Lip Therapy Original Mini, original flavor. And even in brackets, they said 0.25 ounce container. Method brand hand soap, pump version.
Okay.
I actually like that brand.
iPhone chargers, doesn't say how many.
Yeah.
Sorry, it does. It says 2 iPhone chargers.
Okay.
One box of Kleenex.
Yeah.
1 deck of bicycle playing cards.
Right.
4 man-scented candles for the dressing room and bathroom.
Okay. It's to hide the smell of weed, right? From like his dudes. Gotta
And
be.
probably like food,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And 4 USA plug power adapters if overseas.
Right.
What else you want?
How is the toothpaste and mouthwash not in your own care, like your own
Because
toiletry
he doesn't want to
bag?
have, he just leaves that stuff in the hotel, I guess, right? But he wants to eat and then just like have I don't know. Like to me, you have a guy that like takes care of stuff. I'll never forget that the first time I interviewed Diddy, he sat down beside me and like his dudes came over and he had one guy who had like a strap, like purse kind of thing around his chest.
Like a fanny pack.
Yeah, but it was around his chest. He had one guy who reached in and had a brush, and Diddy sat there and brushed this guy brushed Diddy's hair, and then another guy came over with another fanny pack around his chest, reached into it, grabbed a little tiny thing of lip balm, opened it up, and put it in front of him, and Diddy dipped his finger into it and then put it on his lips, and the guy put the top back on, put it back in his fanny pack, and walked away. He has one guy for lip balm.
I was watching a documentary, a Diddy. It was like a Bad Boy Records Diddy documentary on Netflix recently, and he was like during a meeting with his people at his home. He was sitting in a barber chair while the barber was cutting his hair
Yep.
and trimming up his beard, and he was getting a manicure and a pedicure by two different people.
Yes.
So he had three people taking care of him while he's holding this business meeting.
Yes.
And these people in this meeting are like laptops open, making notes,
Yes.
doing that, like taking care of business.
But
It's
when
crazy.
you are at Diddy Kevin Hart level, it is inconceivable to you that you would not have that you would ask one person to be both the hairbrushing guy and the lip balm guy.
Right.
Right? It's
Yeah, that's different.
inconceivable at
That's
that
different
point.
money. Let me go through real quick a couple of things on Kevin Hart's rider, okay? So for drinks here, he has listed 48 bottles of spring water.
Okay.
12 bottles of...
This is for Kevin Hart on tour, by the way.
Of alkaline water, 4 cans of Pepsi, 4 cans of Pepsi Zero, 4 Sprite, 4 Mountain Dew, 6 cans of Canada Dry Ginger Ale. He's got all 4 different types of Red Bull. He's got hot teas on there. He's got Keurig coffees on there. He's got, this is interesting, 100 red Solo cups, 16 and 18 ounces in all caps and brackets. Must be red.
Wow. Interesting. No blue, huh?
No blue.
Wow.
50 shot glasses. And then in brackets, plastic is fine.
50 shot glasses. That's a lot of shot glasses, man.
Yeah, this right when you get a sec at some point, because there's like other crazy stuff on here.
Yeah.
That Kevin Hart needs on his rider when he shows up to a venue. It's really, really interesting. And it says here at the very bottom, if you have any problems with items listed on this rider, please contact the tour coordinator to discuss alternatives. In all caps, do not deviate from this rider.
Yeah. Don't make executive decisions about my chair, man. Right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Sat on the couch eating a bag of Roxy's goldfish.
Goldfish?
Yeah.
Do you dunk
You
them?
know those little snacks?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't eat those? You don't eat your kids' goldfish?
No.
What kind of parent are you?
I eat other stuff.
You don't eat his goldfish? Does he eat goldfish?
He does not.
He does not?
No. No, because they upset his stomach.
Come on. You know what?
Seriously.
You know what fixes that? More goldfish. You got to build up the tolerance.
No.
Yes, that's the only way.
You need to feed Cruz Bamba.
Excuse me. What
and it's
is
available now. It's kosher for Passover. It's from Israel. It's like cheesies, but it's called peanut butter puffs. And they're from my childhood. They are my
Is there
absolute
dairy in it?
favorite.
You can't have dairy.
There's no dairy in it. From Israel, they can't have. They wouldn't be able to do that.
But you said they're cheese puffs.
Kosher for Passover.
You said they're cheese puffs.
No, peanut butter puffs.
But you said cheese puffs.
They're like cheese puffs, but they're peanut butter puffs.
Oh, who wants a peanut butter puff?
I'm telling you, these things are
just
so
have peanut
good.
butter?
Yeah.
No, because your regular peanut butter is not puffed.
I don't need a peanut butter puff, bro.
Who says I ain't got no puff on my peanut butter?
Yo, peanut butter's got so much puff.
Okay, my peanut butter, Maurie, I'll have you know, it's very puffed. Okay?
Most puff you've ever seen.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hello, Angel. How are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
I'm good. How about you guys?
Doing good. You sound like you're in good spirits. Why are you reaching out to us?
Well, I need some help on how to break some bad news to my son about his hockey dreams.
Oh, wow. You wrote this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. My 12-year-old son just started hockey this year. He is in the lowest division, but is doing well and absolutely loves it. He starts high school next year, and his high school has a hockey academy. My son is desperate to go. Unfortunately, it's $3,500. My question is, how do I tell him that my husband and I are not willing to pay that amount for what will be his beer league hockey career? I don't want to crush his dreams, but he already plays in a league 3 times a week, does bands, summer camps, and we're just not willing to shell out that money. Why don't you just tell him that?
I did try to have the conversation with him, and I was just like, buddy, it's too much. Like that's a bit ridiculous. And because we're not the family that never says no. We tell them they need to pick. They can't do everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just put his head down on the counter and started crying. And he was like, I'll give up, band. I'll give up this. I want to do it. So, I think he's just so excited for high school and all it has offer that he's a bit blind to reason.
Right.
Does he like, is his goal to be like in the NHL, like make it to be a pro hockey player?
I think every little boy's goal is, but he's got a lot of heart, and he's doing really, really well in the league that he's in. But it is the lowest league, and it's his first year. And,
12.
and
12's old.
Yeah.
And he's excited.
12's old.
Totally.
To be starting hockey. Yeah. So did he choose this school? Did you guys choose this school knowing that there was a great hockey program there? Or that he's going there and there just also happens to be a great hockey program?
Yeah, the second.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, cool. It's just the one that's closest to our place.
Gotcha. Yeah, I it's difficult when you have to have the conversation with any kid about, budgeting and money and not being able to afford stuff or choosing not to afford stuff. I think it's always better when you're talking to a kid to say that you're choosing to not spend money on that rather than saying you can't afford it, because if you have a confrontational kid, then the kid's going to be like, well, why do you have 2 cars? You know what I mean? Like, that's my hockey money sitting in the driveway. You never use it. You're always driving dad's car. So I wouldn't get into the I can't afford it. I would say it's very much a choice. But you also have to think in terms of it's $3,500 for this year, right? Is it going to be $3,800 next year? Prices always go up. So what you're looking at what realistically could be like 14, 15 grand over his high school career.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a lot of money, and I think that you need to be realistic, but not realistic about his hockey dreams. I think realistic about finances. And, for a high school program, $3,500 is just something that you are not willing to spend that amount of money on.
So I kind of had put it off a bit, and I was like, well, you know what? Let's go to the information session and take a look. But I guess I shouldn't even just entertain that and not drag it out, just have the conversation.
Well, no, because then your decision to not pay for it is going to have to be based on something that happened in the information session. If it's $3,500, it's $3,500. They're going to the information session with your kid. Nothing that they say is going to change your mind.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So don't go.
And guess what? Next year, Roz is right. If it goes up to $3,800, that is the reason. And then the year after that, it goes up to $4,000. Yeah. That is the reason.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
You're always going to come back to the reason of that price that you guys just you can't put into it right now.
Yeah. It's just too much. And I think, like I mentioned, for us, school is school and sports are for fun.
Yeah.
And
there you go.
There's only so much you can pay
So have that convo, Angel.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
right,
I just wanted to say you guys are so awesome. I love all that you do. You've helped me out with so many of my FMLs just by being in my head and me having a pretend conversation with you guys. I hear Mocha telling me to look at things from a different perspective. I hear Roz pushing me to look at my actions and how they're contributing. And you guys are just awesome. I love you so much.
Thank you.
You're the best, Angel.
You.
You mean a ton to us, and your support means the world to us. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, guys.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You hear that clip of the principal in New Hampshire who had to announce a school closure yesterday?
Okay.
Over the PA system, and thought he'd be like the cool teacher, the cool principal.
It's never good. And never works out for you.
Right? And he did a rap song. He wrote some lyrics to the tune of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of the students at this elementary school or high school know of the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Chance.
So this would have gone like way over their heads.
This is an original track to them.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's how the principal announced to the school that there was going to be a school closure.
In southern New Hampshire, born and raised on the campuses where we spend most of our days learning, studying, prepping all day, and all getting ready for exams Monday. A couple of storms who were up to no good started making trouble in our neighborhood. I saw one little flake and my mom got scared. She said they're moving exams so you can be prepared. Pinkerton Academy will have no school on Monday, January 23rd. Stay safe. Help your neighbors out.
Wow. Listen, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
You know that this principal had that written like in the bag, in the pocket, waiting for school closure. So
and probably practice all the time
in the mirror.
Yeah.
I don't know because it's very specifics with exams moving and stuff like this.
Oh,
Like,
that's
that's
like a quick rewrite.
I don't
Guys,
know.
that's a quick
I don't
rewrite.
know.
He's like, yo, I got this one. And then driving to school, getting to school in the morning, he's like, let me just change these lyrics up.
Yeah, jeez. Listen, I'm not gonna dog a principal who cares. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely
right?
not.
But do kids care? Do that? Yeah, you think so?
Well, them bars were trash. Of course they care.
Yeah.
No, I just think that it's like they'd rather have a fun principal than some serious one.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
just,
I don't know.
Like, yo, Pinkerton Academy, school's closed today because of the snow.
Yeah,
like A for effort.
Think back though. Like, did anybody really want the fun principal?
I mean, I had fun
Right?
teachers, and I still remember them. I don't remember any of the mean ones.
Yeah, but who wanted? I don't know if I wanted the
Yeah.
fun principal.
I
Did you?
did, yeah.
Yeah.
At school, like,
Yeah.
you just felt more comfortable around them.
Right.
Because they had a sense of humor.
What was your
Right.
principal like, Roz?
I don't know. We had a couple of them. They were fine, I guess.
His
I
name
think
was
that-
Moses.
Shut up. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you?
I knew someone like that one.
What the hell's the matter with you? I learned to write with a chisel.
You're still good at it, too.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yes.
How are you?
How was that drive in today?
That was fine.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the plows were out like pretty early yesterday and all throughout the night.
Yeah.
And even my drive in today. Like it took me longer than normal. Usually it's like 40 minutes, 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Today it took me about an hour.
Yeah.
Because the trucks are still out there, but of course the snow is still falling and people are driving a lot slower, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just tore through it.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah. No problem. Even yesterday. Yesterday. I was just like, come on now. But it was rough. I was like seeing so many cars just spinning out. And why anybody? Like, you know what I see spin out the most? Like people like going around a corner where it is like danger?
What?
Minivans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those like front wheel drive minivans, just like, oh, you can't do anything in those things.
We when I left the radio station yesterday, it had just started snowing.
Yes.
So it wasn't as bad. So my commute home was okay.
Yeah.
It was around the time we had to go pick Cruz up from school, which was around 3:30, where we were like right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And our, short commute took like double the time to get to and from his school. And then it really picked up the snow at like at least in our neighborhood, like 4 o'clock, whatever time it was that you texted me.
Right.
Asking like what it was like in the neighborhood.
It was bad downtown before then, though.
Yeah.
It was really bad. And Maurie, you were late today.
Yeah, but not because of the weather. I just purposely took my time.
But your car was fine in this?
Yeah, I had no issue.
What about
whatsoever.
yesterday? You didn't go out yesterday, though.
No, but I had to walk to a red carpet in the snow yesterday.
What was the red carpet?
For Infinity Pool with Alexander Skarsgård.
Oh, how was that?
It was fine. He showed like his flight came in. There was no delay on his flight.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how far did you have to walk?
Like 5 blocks.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
Were you the only person on the street, or was it crazy?
I was the only one out.
Really? Huh?
Yeah, it was pretty. I love when it's like dead and it's like you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was wild. Like there was nobody out yesterday.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I went out a taco run. Oh my god, I went on a taco run last night.
Man.
Right?
Yeah. Sounds like details, please.
Yeah.
So
write this down.
So I go. Catherine's picking up Roxy, and everything's delayed, and it's like crazy. And she's like, do you want me to pick up tacos on the way home? And I was like, yeah, cool. I'm like, why don't I just go ahead and get the tacos? And then that way I'll get the tacos. And then you guys, by the time you get home, tacos will be here. She's like, that'd be great. So I jump in the truck and I go to our favorite taco place, a place called Gus Tacos. They do the best tacos. And I get there, I put in our order, bag it all up. I'm the only person in there, right? It's great.
Yeah.
Get home. The girls are already home. Tacos are hot. Open the bag, chips, guac, tacos, everything else. Start unpacking stuff. And Rox goes, where's my tacos?
What?
And I was like, what do you mean, where's your tacos? And I look at the receipt and it didn't go through. Like when I put in the order, it didn't go through. Her fish tacos didn't go through.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay.
See, back to Gus.
Let me go back out.
Yeah.
So get in the car. And then now that part of the city is crazy, right? I can't
peak rush
park.
hour.
Oh my God. It's mental, right? And then so I finally find a spot, go in, order the tacos, get home. Roxy has delicious, fresh, hot fish tacos where I eat my chicken tacos that have been there for like 40 minutes now, right? So
might as well have been in the freezer.
right. So taco night was half great at my house, but yeah, no, it was crazy, but I love it. I'm with you more. I love it when it's dead. I love it looks like an apocalypse, right?
Where was not dead?
Where?
Before we went to pick up Cruz from school, we had to make another pit stop. Friggin' Costco.
Really?
Packed, bro.
People were doing Costco runs yesterday?
Packed.
For what?
Costco was so busy. Like, not as busy as on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah.
But still, like, what was yesterday? Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah, but I guess when it snows, like everybody runs out because they're like, oh, what if I run out of corn?
Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes.
Costco is busy. Even the lineup for hot dog and pizza.
Really?
Busy.
I need a box of Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
Right?
A box of 50.
Yes. Like, what is the matter with you?
Yeah, packed.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Started watching this show on Netflix last night called Physical 100, which is a South Korean show where it's completely dubbed, and it's hysterically dubbed. But it's like a physical competition show. I guess it's sort of like a Squid Game kind of thing.
Okay.
But there's 100 contestants, and it's like to find out who has the best body. But I think that it may be lost in translation. Like I think they're trying to figure out like who's the most physical, but they keep saying who has the best body, right?
Yeah, because to me that sounds like bodybuilding.
Yeah, but it's not though. Like it's all different like athletes and some social influencers and everything else. But the first challenge was they took 50 people and they stuck them on in like a big giant room, and then this like whole contraption came down from the ceiling, and they had to grab onto it, and then it lifted, and it was like, how long can you hold on to a bar for? And then the floor opens up and it's a pool underneath.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I think you guys finished that sentence like pool of snakes.
No, it's just a regular pool.
So are these challenges that they're taking part in, are they all extreme, or are they some like, remember back in the day there was like some of those Japanese shows, game shows where they were like ridiculous. It was like ridiculous competition stuff.
It is ridiculous, but I'll tell you, because I know that they're doing a Squid Game version, right? Like a reality show based on Squid Game, and I was looking very much forward to that. But after watching this, I'll tell you, man, like it started and I was like, oh my God, they're bringing in 100 people, right? And I was really excited about that. And I'm like, but my God, the amount of time it takes to run through challenges with 100 people.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I'm on episode 3 and we just finished the first challenge.
Gee, they're not doing them one by one, like in groups,
no, but
right?
even when you do it 50 at a time, it takes a very long time
that's 3 episodes.
to get through 50. And the first challenge was 50 people at a time, and even that took a long time. And then the second challenge was like, they put you in this arena thing, and they give you 3 minutes on the clock, and it's you go head to head with somebody else, and there's a medicine ball in the middle of this room, and it's whoever is holding the medicine ball by the end of the 3 minutes is the one who wins the challenge.
Do we know how heavy the medicine ball is?
No, it's like, I don't know, like say 5 pounds, whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But what these people do is nobody runs in the room and goes for the medicine ball. They just both go in the room and start physically fighting each other to try and gas the other person and hold them down and choke them. And then literally when there's 10 seconds on the clock, one of them will release a chokehold and run for the medicine ball. So they're the person who has it at the very end. It's crazy.
So it's a matter of who's holding the medicine ball
at the end of the 3 minutes.
3 minutes, not who's holding it the longest. Although maybe that would have been the intent.
Yes.
Because technically, that person who just slapped the hell out of the other person, even if they held the medicine ball for 15 seconds, that was still the longest time in the room.
Right. And in the middle of the room is a dirty pond. right? And so these and then so these two women come out and they start like mud wrestling basically and
They're
throwing
part of
each other around.
Are they part of the competition?
Yes, there's women too.
Or they were just like there to throw everyone off?
No, there's women in the competition as well. Right? Like I'm telling you, man, it's really, really wild. It's a wild show.
What's it called? Physical
100.
Sounds amazing.
Right up Chef's alley. Absolutely.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Love this part of the podcast.
A lot of people do.
Hey, Mocha.
Yes, sir.
You ready?
Of course.
Let's do the news.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
M&M's going through another rebrand. If you remember, they changed up these spokes candies last year by taking the green M&M out of her go-go boots and putting her in running shoes. And then they took the brown M&M and they shortened her heels. And they gave the orange M&M anxiety. And then they had the purple M&M who was there for inclusion. And there was a big uproar, and Fox News was all over it, and people were pissed off because I guess they no longer found the M&M sexy. I don't know if that, maybe, I guess, which is weird to me. Anyway, They say in the last year, we've made some changes to our beloved spokes candies. We weren't sure if anyone would even notice, and we definitely didn't think that it would break the internet. Being polarizing is the last thing M&M's wanted to do, since we're all about bringing people together. Therefore, we have decided to take an indefinite pause on our spokes candies. Earlier last year, as you know, they went through that big change, so it's less than a year, just a year actually. And they say that Maya Rudolph, who everybody can agree on, is going to be their new ambassador of fun for M&M's. And I guess that the chief of fun is what her title is. And they will be doing a brand new Super Bowl commercial with Maya Rudolph. Now, do you think, though, that this is actually going to be Maya Rudolph?
No.
Or do you think that, Maya Rudolph is going to be in the commercial, and then at, the end of the commercial, the M&M's are going to be directing it and stuff? You know what I mean?
I think that the spokes candies are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And the M&M's company obviously knew what kind of reaction they would get.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know though, because I was trying to look to find out if it actually, because Mars is the company that owns M&M's, and I was trying to find out if it actually hurt their bottom line, if this was a reaction because they actually lost money doing it or not. I don't know, or if this is just a giant troll job.
I think it's
a lot of people are saying it's like a Super Bowl thing.
Well, no, it is a Super Bowl thing, but whether the candies are going to be in it or not is what I'm trying to figure out, whether it's a stunt or not, right? Paris Hilton's a mom.
Hey, congratulations, Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
It's hot.
She posted a shot of a tiny little baby hand holding onto her thumb. And she wrote, "You were already loved beyond words." According to People, Paris and her husband Carter welcomed their son via surrogate, saying, "It's always been my dream to be a mother. I'm so happy that Carter and I found each other. We are so excited to start our family together, and our hearts are exploding with love for our baby boy." The surrogate game is wild, though, huh? Because it's just such a surprise. It's like, boom, I'm a mom.
Yeah, and she was out there.
Just saw her the other day
doing stuff. She made a commercial the other day. I saw
the Olympics.
Yeah, and you don't even know. You don't even know what's going on behind the scenes.
Good for her. I'm happy for her.
Oh yeah.
She'll be a great mom. I really think she'd be a great mom.
I fully agree with you, Maurie. I think that Paris Hilton is going to be a absolute fantastic mom.
And that baby's already rich.
Yeah, true, right? That's not always a sign of a healthy upbringing, no. We've seen plenty examples of that in the past, but no, I agree. I think she's going to be a dynamite mom. The Madonna biopic at Universal, which Julia Garner from Ozark was supposed to star in after she came out of that boot camp that they did, the singing and dancing boot camp that Madonna did.
Damn, Ruth must be pissed. What happened?
Movie is scrapped by Universal, even after Madonna had worked with Diablo Cody and Aaron Cressida Wilson, who wrote Girl on the Train, on the screenplay. Not happening. The movie's not moving forward.
Is it because nobody's interested?
I don't know. My take is this. Is that even though Madonna worked with Diablo Cody, who's a great writer, and so was Aaron Cressida Wilson, great writer, I think that Madonna handed in a screenplay or a treatment that the studio gave back a ton of notes on, and Madonna said no. And I think that the other big thing, the main reason why, is that Madonna was hell-bent on directing this herself. And I don't think that they have a lot of faith in Madonna as a director.
See, my take is that she never handed anything in, and she was just like missing deadlines. I don't think the studio ever ended up seeing any script. That's my take.
Yeah, but I don't know if you cancel at that point though. You have to have a reason to. You have to have a reason to not spend money. You can push stuff, everything else. I mean, nobody was thinking this was going to come out next year. Yeah. But I think that I think that having Madonna directing it, and I think that was a deal breaker for Madonna. Otherwise, why would she have said Madonna can't come out and say I'm directing it myself and then actually not direct it. So this was a deal breaker. So if they had said you're not directing this, then there's no movie, right? She may bring it. What if she brings it to somewhere else? She may bring it to somewhere else.
Absolutely. It could end up on Netflix or something.
Jeez. But so no Madonna movie, Maurie. Sorry about that, Holmes.
I was looking forward to it.
Justin Bieber, one of the younger sort of artists, the deal with selling your catalog, all the publishing for your catalog, your body of music, is something that like older artists do. Bruce Springsteen, Neil Diamond, like those guys sell off their catalog. Yeah, exactly. Fleetwood Mac. Not a lot of younger artists are doing it. Justin Bieber just sold his entire catalog for $200 million, which is a lot of money. Not as much as those other big stars were there.
For being in the game for 14 years?
Yeah.
Right? 200 mil?
290 songs is what they got, including everything up to December 31st, 2021, including his most recent album, Justice. 200 million. So
does that affect touring? Like, does he still make all the money if he sings these songs on
100%.
tour?
Yeah. 100%.
So you're selling, like if anyone
publishing.
buys the song off iTunes or whatever, you don't get that, but you can get touring money.
They can also license these for anything.
Commercials, movies.
Yeah.
But it's a great way to, now he has all the money up front.
He has all the money. He has all the money up front. Right. Which is
because Justin Bieber's been hurting for money.
Yeah, I know.
Poor guy.
I know. But like with
back.
I know. But with somebody like Bruce Springsteen, it's like that his music has been around for 50 years or whatever.
But this worked well with Christine McVie when she sold the stuff for her, and then she passed away. So she was able to.
It worked out well for her?
No, but
Did you just say it worked out well because she got all that money and then died?
We discussed this. Let me finish. That way she gets the money. She can give the money to like family members and stuff like that. Way she doesn't lose money.
Sorry, who?
Christy from Fleetwood Mac.
Oh. Yeah. You're throwing out names like Mocha knows who you're talking about, man.
One of the singers from Fleetwood Mac, when they sold everything, she was able to get hundreds of millions of dollars, and then she could decide where that money goes.
Right.
And that way,
but she died.
Right. So that way.
So how do you know she divvied up the money though? You're making a lot of assumptions here.
Because she got the money like a year before she passed.
But you're also making assumptions that she wanted to give the money to everybody else. Like you have this whole fantasy life for what's her name?
Christine McVie.
Yeah, isn't she the mattress lady?
No, that's Christine McVie.
Oh, so who are you talking about?
You just said Christine McVie twice.
Who's the Sleep Country lady?
Christine McVie.
And who's the Fleetwood Mac lady?
Christine McVie.
No, isn't Sleep Country Christine McGee?
Is it McGee?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
You're the one throwing out these names. Listen, man, before you start talking, come with facts. Yeah, come with the info.
I know the one from Fleetwood Mac.
No, you don't.
Christine McVie.
But you don't know what she did with the money.
No, I know. I'm just saying maybe she did do this.
But no, you didn't.
No,
you said it worked out well for her.
If she did that, then it would have been like great for
Listen, it would have worked out great if I decided to become an astronaut.
Yes, right? Would have worked out great.
If I decided I wanted to be a millionaire and started investing early in life, it would have been great.
Right, you got to sell a lot of mattresses for $200 million, though, huh?
Sleep Country, Canada.
We're fine. I got nothing.
And it's Christine McGee, by the way.
Thank you, Shem. Jesus. What the hell is going on in the TTC, man? Jesus. Yesterday, a woman was stabbed in the face and the head by another woman on a streetcar. Damn. Those two workers were assaulted on a Scarborough bus not that long ago. Two uniformed TTC employees were swarmed and injured in Scarborough on Monday. Non-life-threatening injuries. A TTC bus driver was shot with a BB gun over the weekend. That's crazy, man. I don't want to do a back in the day thing, but like anytime anything ever happened on a subway or a bus or something like that, it was so unusual. Mm-hmm. Like it was it was all anybody could talk about if like one thing happened, and now it's multiple things a week that are happening
every single day. What are we going to talk about tomorrow?
What's
going to happen today?
Dude, I don't know.
Listen, I love Scarborough. I love my city, but y'all got to do better.
They all, everywhere does.
Like everywhere.
Where did
has
this
to,
happen?
yes.
This happened downtown. This woman got
The
stabbed.
stabbing happened downtown, yeah.
Yeah, it's
not good. It's not good.
No, it's not. And like, you know, and just as a dad too, like I was looking forward to, you know, when Rox would start taking transit in the bus and all this stuff. And I'm
It's
like,
scary now.
It's scary now.
Even a couple weeks ago when like people were being pushed onto the track.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not taking my kid on the TTC.
No, like it's
I'd rather sit in traffic for 3 hours.
yeah. Yeah, it's really
take the
wild.
TTC
I
right
used to, and it was such a big thing. Like when it's such a rite of passage when you grow up in a city too. Like that first time you take a trip, you know, by yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you know when you were 13 or 14, you take the bus to school or whatever it is. Like it's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool, but it's not. It's never been. You've been nervous and you've been scared, but not because of any fear that you think you're going to be harmed. It was always like, I'm going to miss my stop or, you know what I mean? I'm going to step on somebody. Like all these like minor things, you know,
Bro,
when you're growing up in the city.
10 years old.
Yes.
Taking the TTC by myself an hour and a half each way.
Yeah. Yes.
I can't imagine a 10-year-old
No.
doing that now.
No, even 13.
Even
I
13.
can't imagine a 13-year-old doing it. It's just, I don't know, man. Jesus, the poor people. Yesterday on Capitol Hill, Ticketmaster came under fire for the Taylor Swift rollout and fiasco. So first of all, here is the head of Ticketmaster.
We apologize to the fans. We apologize to Ms. Swift. We need to do better, and we will do better.
And here is 52 seconds of both Democrat and Republican senators jamming as many Taylor Swift references into their opening statements as possible.
Ticketmaster ought to look in the mirror and say, I'm the problem. It's me.
Along with Senator Klobuchar as chair. To be honest, I had hoped as of a few months ago to get the gavel back. But once again, she's chair captain, and I'm on the bleachers. So.
To have a strong capitalist system, you have to have competition. You can't have too much consolidation, something that unfortunately for this country, as a ode to Taylor Swift, I will say, we know all too well.
A purchaser of a ticket being able to sell it to someone else. A lot of people seem to think that's somehow a solution. I think it's a nightmare dressed like a daydream. I don't think we got to go there. Yeah. Karma's a relaxing thought. Aren't you envious that for you it's not? That's all I've got to say.
Got him!
Got him! So two things. One, now all those Taylor Swift lyrics are going to be in the National Archives forever. Yeah. Right? But also the thing that even they couldn't get over is this is the first time in a long time, and I mean a long time, that there was an issue in front of Congress that completely, without hesitation and without conflict, united Republican and Democratic senators.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like completely. There was zero conflict between the two parties.
All because of Taylor Swift and Ticketmaster.
Because Ticketmaster screwed up so
about
bad.
All these senators that started going in with the lines, right?
Yes.
Do you think they all prepared multiple lines, multiple Taylor Swift quotes, knowing that others might as well?
Oh, 100%.
They worked together on this.
Yeah.
Did they, or they were like, I'm going to say this line, you're going to say this line, or maybe they heard someone use a line, then they scrambled and like, okay, now I'm going to use this line.
They all knew. They were all in on this. But yeah, I don't know, because it used to be Ticketmaster and Live Nation were two separate things, right?
Yeah.
And now they're one. And that's when you get, like when I was telling Maurie, I was looking at Madonna tickets. I wasn't going to buy them. I just wanted to see the prices for them. And like I went on Ticketmaster, and it was, you know, when it gives you the slider of like your dollar range of where you want to go. The dollar range was giving me was, do I want to find tickets between $5,000 and $5,500? That was the only option.
That's different, man.
That was the only
that is
option.
Absolutely different,
right? It was crazy.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Big changes to the way that the NBA All-Star Game is going to be handled this year. Cool changes.
Oh, tell me.
So you're gonna know who the captains are and like who the all-star players are, right? Like I think it's gonna be Giannis and LeBron are gonna be the captains. I think that's where people are sort of leaning, right?
Okay.
And you'll know everybody who is going to take part in the NBA All-Star Game, and then they sort of do that draft as they have in years past.
We can still vote, though?
But only this year, what's going to happen is the two team captains are going to pick their teams right before the game.
Like school style, where they all line up and they pick people?
Yeah. So all the All-Stars are going to show up not knowing which team they're on.
What if you get picked last?
Then somebody's going to get picked last.
So I could still vote for my favorite Toronto Raptor, and they, once voted in, will be there standing on the sidelines.
Yes.
But won't know until they get selected.
Correct.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so you will know going into this who all the All-Stars are, right? We'll know that, and we'll know who the captains are.
That's actually pretty exciting. I like that.
But you won't know what team they're playing for until the draft happens. And this year, it's happening right before the game.
That's amazing.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
You're shaking your head? I can't hear you. Oh, crap. Hold on. Sorry. Wait. I forgot to switch.
That's all going down February 19th. Sunday, February 19th at 7:30.
Do we know any of the stars yet?
I mean, it's not official. It'll be a lot of the usuals, yeah.
Plus, the voting is still happening.
Yeah.
It's the best thing the NBA could do to really bring some meaning to the game.
I
quite
agree.
frankly, right? It's going to be so exciting.
Yeah. How long could you live without your phone before you start going bonkers? They polled a group of people to find out what that number is. Let's just say you show up to work and you forget your phone. How long before you start going bonkers without your phone?
Oh, I can go an entire show because I've left my phone in the car before.
Right.
I'm okay.
So what though? What's your?
I think I could probably go a day.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
I could probably go 2 days without my phone.
Yeah. Maurie?
I've gone 2 weeks before, but I have to be
gone 2 weeks.
Like when I go on vacation, I
Oh,
leave it in my night.
you do not.
It's true.
You're like
such
the biggest
a
liar in the entire world.
It's true.
Maurie, you leave one of them in your nightstand.
Yeah, that's true. And then I take one with me.
Yes. So
You
you
don't
can't
fully
live without your phone.
unplug.
5 hours and 11 minutes is what they said. 5 hours and 11 minutes.
I've left mine at home before, and I've had Matthew send it to me in an Uber.
Yes, exactly. Shem, 5 hours and 11 minutes. Does that jive with you?
I could do a day.
Yeah?
I could do a day. 5 hours is,
What about you, Roz?
I've done a full weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've also done a full weekend without a computer around as well.
Oh, wow.
Right? Like I've done a full weekend without having a computer around. So they say that you could go 5 hours without television, but you could go much longer if you had your phone, if you were deprived from TV as well.
Well, that's a weird
right?
answer.
And people say that they could go 3 days without their laptop if they had their phone. And gamers said the same thing about their gaming consoles. And with the poll also found that the average adult uses their phone for a total of how many hours and minutes per day? Mocha, how many hours would you say the average adult uses their phone for?
7 hours and 38 minutes.
Whoa, no, 3 hours and 34 minutes. Jesus.
My number. I'm addicted to my phone, y'all. When it's on me, I'm addicted.
The Razzies are offering up an apology to Ryan Kira Armstrong, the young star of the Firestarter remake, for the nomination that they gave her for Worst Actress at the Razzie Awards. She was 12 years old when she shot the movie. There was a huge outrage after that they nominated a kid for Worst Actor.
They've never done that
They
before.
have. Yes, they have.
Have they really?
Of course they have. Yeah. Macaulay Culkin was nominated for something that he did for Richie Rich. And Jake Lloyd was nominated for The Phantom Menace. I think he was even younger than 12.
He was like a little kid.
Yeah. So, no, they have, just in different times, I guess. The Razzies say sometimes...
So we didn't feel sorry for the kids back
No! Well, also warranted.
Even Jake Lloyd?
Jake Lloyd.
Poor guy.
I mean, nobody got it worse than the guy who played Jar Jar Binks, though.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Ruined his life.
That poor guy ruined his life. That's a sad story, the guy that played Jar Jar. The Razzie said sometimes you do things without thinking, then you're called out for it, then you get it. It's why the Razzies were created in the first place. The recent valid criticism of the choice of 11-year-old Anna old Armstrong as a nominee for one of our awards brought our attention to how insensitive we've been in this instance. As a result, we've removed Armstrong's name from the final ballot that our members will be casting next month. We also believe a public apology is owed to Miss Armstrong and wish to say we regret any hurt she experienced as a result of our choice. Now, they also go on to say that they will no longer be allowing for nominations for any actor under the age of 18. So it's going to be an adults-only show from now on. They say we have never intended to bury anyone's career. It is why our Redeemer Award was created. We all make mistakes, very much us included. Since our motto is own your bad, we realize that we ourselves must also live up to it.
Jake Lloyd punching the air right now.
Right. I mean...
How do I get on the nomination list for that Redeemer Award?
Well, first, I think you have to... What has Jake Lloyd done? Anything?
So I'm looking at his IMDb, right?
Has he done anything?
So since Phantom Menace,
yeah,
Jake Lloyd, everything... Like, there was one movie in 2001 called Madison that he was in, right?
Yeah.
Since then, though, between Phantom Menace, so 99, and till 2002, that's the last thing they have for him, is he's voiced the character of Anakin Skywalker on a bunch of Star Wars games.
Really?
Yeah, that's all he has.
Video game guys pay him. God, that ruined him. Like, that should have been, like at the
like
time.
the kickoff.
Like, how old was he when he did Phantom Menace? How old was Jake Lloyd when he was somebody find that out for me.
7 or 8?
When he was in Phantom Menace. Like, that really should have been the thing that launched his career. But it's weird because much like Mark Hamill, like, we all love Mark Hamill. And Mark Hamill's had an incredible career as a voice actor. But Mark Hamill didn't, like, there was no other sort of Harrison Ford type career outside of Star Wars, really, for Mark Hamill.
Always and forever will be.
But it's weird. But Harrison Ford was always able to do both.
Yeah,
like he just And I don't know. Maybe, I mean, Harrison Ford is an incredible actor, but yeah, that's a weird one. Meta announced that it is allowing former President Donald Trump back on Facebook and Instagram. Oh, great! I get to see his food shots. Ending the 2-year suspension.
Shots of Big Macs?
Yeah, oh my God, a Big Mac. Trump was locked out of his account on Facebook and Instagram January 7th, 2021, in the wake of the January 6th Capitol riots. Over concerns that his posts were inciting violence, Facebook later said in a statement that they will hold for 2 years, at which point it would come under reassessment. So I guess now we've hit that point, and they are letting it back on. Whether Trump decides to do anything on Instagram or Facebook, who knows? Because Twitter let him back on. He really hasn't done anything. He's just all over on his own thing over there, whatever that thing's called. What is it? Truth something?
The Truth Social.
Thank you. You ever seen that?
I mean, just like the screen grabs of his stuff.
Yeah, it's like Twitter but red, right?
Yeah, that's
okay,
right.
That's it. Anna Sorkin from Inventing Anna. She was the sort of con artist from that Netflix show, the real life Anna Sorkin. So according to a press release, she's doing a new reality show called, so it's Anna Delvey. It's called Delvey's Dinner Club, and it's going to be filmed inside her East Village apartment in New York because she's still under house arrest.
Oh, okay.
So they say
what's her apartment like? Is it like
I don't know.
Fancy
I can't see. Maybe. Who knows? They say the unscripted program created by a business called Butternut.
Yeah. That sound. Did you read ahead in the story first?
Claims
before
show
you found out what it is she's doing in an apartment working with a team called Butternut?
No. When she can't leave?
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm going to.
And having people show up at her place?
No, I'm just going to read it right now. I didn't proofread this.
Okay.
So the show claims that Anna is going to be talking with esteemed guests about her criminal past, her reputation as a con artist, her attempts at image rehabilitation, and her isolation as a result of the house arrest. If you remember that she was sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison for defrauding investors for roughly $200,000 while pretending to be an heiress. So there you go. Pamela Anderson out doing a bunch of press for her new documentary as well as her book, Love, Pamela. And it's crazy. She was doing an interview with Howard Stern yesterday, and I'd never heard somebody talk about this before, but this is literally the exact same thing that I went through when I wrote my book, which is Pam Anderson says that during the process of writing the book, she gained 25 pounds.
Woo!
Yeah. So here's Pam and Howard.
You know, I went through kind of a crazy time writing the book. I mean, I started writing my book and I put on like 25 pounds. Crazy.
Really?
I did.
You?
I did. And I look back at it and I see how it was the book process, because as I wrote my book, I didn't change too much. I mean, I was drinking earlier with the husband and stuff, but I lost it all at the end of my book. It was crazy. It was crazy. But I had a physical reaction to telling my story. It was almost like I was hanging on to something. I couldn't, it was a protective, my puffy suit of armor. I don't know what it was. It was so, I just was like thinking it was some kind of protection. I don't know what it was, because my body was just reacting. It wasn't like I was eating any different. I'm vegan. I eat nuts and berries. I don't eat a lot.
Crazy.
So I think I would have written 3 books by now.
So is it because you said you can relate?
Yeah.
You're just
I gained the exact same amount of weight.
Are you like writing, but you're also like snacking and eating and maybe having a drink every now and then? Or is it stress?
Don't know. I think it's a combination of all of that.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of, it was 2 years of just sitting, and it was 2 years of being incredibly emotional, and it was 2 years of going to look for things that make you feel better, because you have these incredible sort of deadlines, but deadlines where you owe something to somebody, but you also owe stuff to yourself, and then so.
But doesn't crying also bloat you? And in your book, you said you were crying a lot, so maybe with all those tears, you bloated.
Yeah, but you sort of go looking for rewards, right? Like you accomplish something. You're like, oh my God, that's another chapter down. And then so you're constantly just like trying to reward yourself for, going through all the emotional toll that it takes to do that. But I get that. I've just never heard anybody else say it like that before. My puffy suit of, what did she say? Protection?
Yeah, armor.
My puffy suit of armor. That's me. Also in the book, if you remember, Pam Anderson was talking about when she was on Home Improvement with Tim Allen. And she claims in her book that Tim Allen flashed her. She said, I walked out of my dressing room and Tim was in the hallway in his robe. He opened his robe and flashed me quickly, completely naked underneath. And he said it was only fair because he had seen me naked. Now we're even, he said. And then she laughed uncomfortably. And everybody was like, we fully believe that. And then TMZ unearthed a clip from Home Improvement, which was a blooper. And in the blooper, there's a scene where Patricia Richardson is with Tim Allen, who played his wife on the show. And Tim Allen's standing there in a kilt. And I guess in the blooper, she makes a comment and then he lifts up his kilt and she has this look of shock on her face. So here's that clip.
You look real sexy.
I do?
Yeah. You got the legs for this.
Yeah?
Hangs long, I just wish it was shorter.
The crowd goes wild. And so she released a statement to E.T. saying, please, people ask me all the time what was under the kilt when he flashed me. He was well dressed under there. I was just shocked that he lifted the kilt, not by a man in boxer shorts. So according to Patricia, there was no flashing in that scene because people tried to make this a pattern. He flashed Pam, he flashed Patricia. He does this stuff for jokes, but she's saying that that there was no flashing. Fans now with Britney Spears, it's crazy. So Britney deleted her Instagram account again, but like Britney deletes her Instagram account all the time.
Yeah, a couple times a year at least.
So the Free Britney movement has now turned into the we need to be hyper concerned for Britney. And I guess because Britney deleted her Instagram account, fans are all over this stuff. And what they've now started doing is calling 911 to have police show up to do wellness checks on Britney.
Really?
And that's what happened yesterday.
Now, do you think this is because remember like 2 weeks ago, or was it last week? Wasn't there footage of her and her husband at a restaurant?
Yeah.
And then she was like freaking out and people were trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah, I think
didn't he walk out? He left the restaurant?
Yeah, I think.
But then he later explained that he went to go and get the car after they were arguing. Like he talked to TMZ.
Yeah, like
it wasn't what you think.
But it's just you just get this fan spin, right? Like it's all these fans who are just so overly concerned and really now at this point overreaching that Britney deletes her Instagram and you start calling 911 to her house. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's incredible. But
Yeah.
apparently
And then the
she was
police, okay, they did the wellness check. She was fine.
She was fine.
And the police, they can't ignore, not that they can't ignore it. I mean, they can't ignore it, but when you're getting inundated with so many calls, they have to do
all
something
the time.
to be like,
all the time.
yes, we checked on her and she's fine.
And she was annoyed. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. I wonder if Hulk Hogan's okay. Anybody checked on him? So
The Hulkster?
Hogan yesterday, He's got 2.2 million followers on Twitter. And Hogan tweeted, quote, "I ran out of toilet paper, brother. Help." Exclamation mark, 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 end quote. And then it was like quickly deleted. And he never went back to it, like never addressed it, never nothing.
Even when people are like asking him?
And he just continued to tweet like he put up another tweet. It was just like him with like other wrestlers like Jimmy Hart and stuff like that in a picture.
Do you think he meant to text somebody in the other room?
It was a text or a DM. I think he thought that he was like DMing somebody who's like in the house, or if he's at a friend's place or whatever it was. And it just wound up being, because that used to happen all the time on Twitter.
I think his phone was unlocked somewhere. Somebody picked it up and was like, yo, I'm going to mess with Hogan.
I don't think that
and then
at all.
They tweeted that out. And then his notifications start going nuts. And he's like, what's going on here, brother?
But then Hogan would be like, got hacked or whatever, right? That he would do the normal thing. Oh my God, old people, like what is he, like 70, something like that, close to it.
Old guy with tech,
right? This used to happen all the time on Twitter when people
it happened
thought
to you, didn't it?
To me?
Didn't you once tweet something that was meant to, or no, maybe not?
No, I don't think so.
Like
maybe. I don't think so. But people always would think that they were DMing somebody, and then it would just be like an actual tweet, right?
Like people have put out their phone numbers.
Yes.
He's 69, by the way.
He's 60. Yeah, okay, come on. It's a 7-year-old on Twitter, right? On the toilet.
What you gonna do
Right.
when I delete this
One
tweet,
has to
brother?
assume he got the toilet paper.
You would think, but he never addressed it. I think
Maybe he's still stranded.
I think poor Hulk. I know, that's what I said. Is he still there with a dirty bum? Anyway.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.